Day 7 of the shop build. I think it's gonna be the last day for the shop build, but we also have Septic coming in right now. Running into a problem where it's a traffic jam trying to get everything moved, so they're using the telehandler to move the trailer on the semi-truck. Well, the truck that brought in the telehandler and the boom truck, bucket, whatever that is. And then on this side over here, we've got Septic going in. Busy day. I'm gonna try and bounce around between all this stuff. How big's the hole? About 8 feet wide?
Yeah, 8 feet wide by 11 foot long.
8 foot, 11 foot long, and 59 deep?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big hole?
59, 60, you know.
59 or 60, give or take. whatever it takes.
Yep.
Everyone is at a kind of a lull state. We have the the septic guys waiting on the tank to arrive, and the building crew wrapping up the electrical panel install for me. And I think they're kind of at that stage where they're about to jump on the roof and finish up the lean-to. And I'm standing around doing nothing, so I jumped in the truck to warm up. It was my weather app and my phone and my truck all said 34 degrees this morning, but there's puddles with ice on the ground, so it's cold. And it's not that bad that it's cold, it's that I'm not used to it, number one, and number two, all of our winter clothes are in the Connex. They're not in the shipping container. I'm sorry, they're in the Connex, they're not in the camper. So all of my beanie hats or toboggans, whatever you want to call them, to cover my ears and my thermals. I don't want to buy anything new because we have so much stuff as it is. Just like 1 or 2 more weeks, we should be out here. We can start unloading the Connex, and I'm cold. I had to crank up the truck and warm up. I'm cold. tank is all but buried. They're coming out this side over here with the drain, and we're gonna go over there. That left side, or that left stack of logs, I gotta get moved. I'm gonna have a yard hydrant right there. We have water supply coming out. I'm gonna put a ball valve before the yard hydrant, and then that supplies, that supplies the shop. I'm gonna tee from here, and they're gonna dig me a little bit to come over here and connect up over there for the water supply itself. Next to the hands with any of this. Septic leaving first. Followed by the Funmobile. Oh, no. Someone else is going to go before the Funmobile. I just think that thing would be fun to drive. I've been calling it a bucket truck this whole time. I don't know what it's called. boom lift, maybe. Sounds good. We're gonna park that out the road and come get it later. And then dually with the trailer leaves. And they said I could have this. I'm just kidding. They're coming back Monday to get this. November 22nd, 2024, lunchtime. I am the last man standing and the shop is built. The shop is built. Man, that sounds good to say. The shop is built. One more time for the people in the back. The shop is built. This summer was so long and such a long process of, man, we're never gonna get through this drought and getting this 2 acres work done and cleared up, and you just keep chugging along, just keep going and going and going, and here we are. The shop is built. Man, that feels good. Man, that feels good, right? That feels so good. So the shop is built, but there's so much more to do. It's a war zone out here. I think we're done with super heavy equipment for a while. I think I just mentioned it, but they're gonna come pick this up Monday. And I have this trench wide open so I can finish buttoning up the water. I have to tie in. All right, so coming up here, we have 1-inch PVC going to that corner, tying into 3/4-inch PEX. Everything is there. I just have to make that connection here in a few minutes or tomorrow. And then it's already in the trench, and I have most of the connections done over there. I have to button up a little bit on that side where the yard hydrant is at. I have to add an waterproof electrical outlet on the side of the shop over there for the aerator for the septic system. And then I want to put like a little dog house or something over that to keep the water and the sun off of it. It's waterproof, so you can leave it outside, but I still want to do that. On the other corner over there, opposite corner back there, is the, let's see, the meter base, and below it, I had them dig me a 3-foot deep, just a hole, because I have to have the 2.5-inch conduit coming out of the bottom of the meter base with that 90-degree sweep. And then from there, the electric company will tie in and pull it back to their, what's that called? Pad mount transformer, I think. So that still needs to happen. Oh, I need to call and get on the waiting list, I guess you could say, for that to happen. Hopefully within a week or two. I have a little bit of water to run inside, and I got to figure out my long-term plan with the septic for inside the shop. Got to get that done before we can pull the camper in here. What else do we have to do? Well, all of this just absolute chaos. I've got to flatten that back out with the tractor so I can actually get the camper in here. So this concrete washout, like I said, I've said many times, I love it. It's awesome. And you can drive on it and turn on it and all that stuff with normal vehicles, but these bigger vehicles, mainly this telehandler, and then their basket truck, when they turn, they start digging in, and then ruts are created, and you know, soft spots, of course you're gonna get ruts anyway. But I'm still very happy with the washout. Any place where they didn't make a rut, it's so hard and packed down and great. So I think I'm gonna get away with just flattening all that back out, smoothing it all out. Maybe a couple more loads of concrete washout. Maybe I'll do something different with number 4 gravel, some bigger stuff. I was talking to one of the guys about that. They did that at their deer camp, or in front of his shop, I think is what it is. And that still needs to be done. What else? I'm trying to think of all the little minor stuff before we can actually pull the camper in here. But today feels like one of those days where I can just exhale, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up with everything. Of course, it's obviously doable, but keeping up with, you know, general contracting this all out myself, I guess you could say, keeping up with communications with many contractors and trying to stay ahead with our scheduling, trying to get the next thing going, and then taking all this footage back and editing it, and then trying my best to be a good husband and dad. I'm not complaining that it's busy work. I'm just stating that this past couple weeks have been extremely busy for me, and I kind of like it. I really like the momentum of just keep going, right? Keep going. But after a while, it's just like, all right, this afternoon, there's plenty of time for me to work today. But this afternoon, I think I'm probably just going to go get my daughter and go to the park. Just a huge distraction, you know what I'm saying? Birds are chirping. I love listening to the birds out here. I love listening to the wildlife. So I set up that deer camera, the trail camera, where the deer were, and I mentioned in the last video. And I set it up before dark, right before dark. 24 hours later, I got 2 does on camera right there. So that's pretty cool. The bean field that they were going to eat, there's a soybean field near us. It's already been, you know, cut and leveled or whatever, so there's not really any food there, and they're still going back and forth on that little deer run that we have on the property. So it's good to see. That's the first time we've actually seen deer on the property. We've seen tracks many times, but actually seeing it through a lens, you know, I got them on camera, it makes me feel a little bit better. All right, I'm rambling. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go play. I'll talk to you in the next one. One last thing, and this is important for me, right? So my biggest annoyance of this entire process of the land move and everything is not having a shop to put my stuff, not being organized with my tools. I like to keep the bed of my truck empty at all times prior to this whole land move, and it's just become a mess, an absolute catch-all. That toolbox is not organized at all. The Jeep is full of stuff. On the other side of this tractor trailer here is a table that we've been constantly tarping and not back and forth, coming back out here while it's raining. Oh, I forgot to put the tarp on it. So you run back over here. But let me show you a milestone for me. My tools don't have to live in my truck anymore. That's exciting. Yes.